What's happening, everybody? It's Dave Bowen, the last honest marketer with DaveBowensTeam.com. And today I want to talk to you about something that's really changed my life and can definitely change your life. And in this video, I'm going to cover that very thing, and I'm going to teach you exactly how you can implement this stuff to change your life right now. And how you can basically start your own online business and live a life of freedom on the internet. And what I'm going to talk to you about today is the law of attraction. And not just the law of attraction that's discussed in the movie The Secret, but I'm going to go beyond The Secret, which is actually a movie that was released a little bit after The Secret was released. And it's got a couple of the same people, Bob Proctor and things like that. And people like that, I should say. And, what they cover in that video is just so far beyond The Secret. Because, see, there's one very important thing that is left out of the movie The Secret. And I'm going to cover that in this video. If you watch this whole video, you're going to get that one very important thing that's left out of that movie. So, let's get started here. One thing that I really got out of that video, and I wrote a whole blog post about it, and there should be a link if you're on this if you're on my blog post watching this video, then of course you're already on that blog post. But if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link below and go to my blog post and watch the movie Beyond the Secret and read that blog post and discover a lot more stuff than what I'm going to talk about today. But what I want to talk about, one thing that really hit me in that video is, it takes 5 years of watering and nurturing a bamboo tree, and you still don't see any results. It still doesn't sprout up, nothing. And then in 60 days, it grows 90 feet. Okay, so the question is, did it take 60 days to grow 90 feet, or did it take 5 years? And the answer is it took 5 years. Because if at any point in time had you stopped watering or nurturing that bamboo tree, it would not have grown 90 feet in 60 days. And that's so true in life, guys. You might be struggling right now. You might be wondering, should I give up? Should I stop? Should I keep going? And the answer is yes, keep going. Never, ever quit. And a couple other things I got out is that, stop thinking that you're stuck, or that, you're not seeing results, or, that you're failing. Because, see, in my mind, there is no such thing as failing. Because failing is not failure. Failure is actually what gets you closer to success, and I don't even want to call it failure. Falling down or stumbling, is what gets you closer to success. Because, just like they say, without rain we couldn't appreciate sunshine. Without bad weather we couldn't appreciate good weather. Without crying we couldn't appreciate happiness. I mean, different things like that, guys, and it's so true. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that, in order to get a moment of inspiration or a moment of clarity, or to break through, you have to experience frustration. You have to experience confusion, things like that, in order to get that moment of inspiration, in order to get that clarity. So, another thing too, your external circumstances are just a mere reflection of your internal circumstances. So what does that mean? Well, that means that whatever's going on inside is going to, reflect itself outside. And man, that was just so true in my life, because, see, 3 years ago, more like 4 years ago, about 3.5, you get the point, in between 3 and 4 years ago, I was literally broke. I had absolutely nothing. I had sold everything that I owned to drugs and alcohol, and I just thought that, life was just miserable. There's no way it could get any worse, and I didn't see how it could get better. I was just a complete negative mess. And guess what? It reflected itself outside in my life. I got evicted from my apartment. I lost a job. I couldn't hold a job. I had no money. My parents didn't want anything to do with me at the time, and I can't blame them. And I mean, that was because of what I was holding inside, which was that I couldn't get any better. There was no hope. Now, I never tried to kill myself, but I didn't really want to live, And that just mirrored itself. And guys, when I heard that in the movie The Secret, I could attest that everything they were saying is 100% true because of the experiences that I had in my life. You might be at that same point right now, and I want to tell you that you need to stay positive. You need to think positive thoughts. Positive thinking is so powerful, and don't just think positive thoughts, believe positive thoughts. If you think that, hey, my life is good, but deep down inside you don't truly believe that life is good, then it does not matter. That positive thought doesn't matter. But here's the thing. It's not going to happen overnight. They did a test. Actually, NASA did a test, and I can't remember exactly how it went, but they had these astronauts wear these, these helmets type, that had a reflective mirror or something in it that made them look upside down, and they wanted them to wear it for 30 days, so that way they could get, used to being, spun around in anti-gravity and nausea and things like that. Well, what they found and what they didn't expect is that after 25 days, their brain automatically flipped back. So it took that upside down, view that mirror was giving them, and it automatically flipped it back. So what they found out is that it takes 30 days of continuous, whatever you're trying to do, of continuous action, and that habit or whatever will change, So that means that you have to think positive and believe positive thoughts for 30 days continuous, and then your brain, your body just automatically takes over. A habit is created. It used to be 90 days is what they said, but now it's proven that 30 days is what it takes. And just some other things here. I took like 2 pages of notes, guys. I mean, there was just so much information in that. It's unbelievable. Let's see. First of all, wake up every day and say it's going to be a great day. That's something I try to do every morning and night. I try to get 5 things that I'm grateful for. And really feel gratitude, guys. Gratitude is so important. So important. Oh yeah, there was something else I wanted to tell you here. I wanted to tell you a little story here that I got, and this was actually from Jack Canfield. I watched another video with Jack Canfield, and there was this and this just shows you that whatever your dreams are, never give up on them, no matter what somebody tells you. There was a person, I believe it was a girl, it was a girl that was going to school to become a writer. She was at Harvard, or no, whatever. She was at at college, going to school to be a writer, and she wrote this paper, and her professor gave her an F, and she went up to her professor and she said, "Why did you give me an F on this? I'm paying, I got this scholarship and paying all this money to go to school to be a writer, and you gave me an F on this." And this professor said, "You're not a writer. You will never be a writer, and if you do not drop out, or if you do not switch your major to not become a writer, you will fail my class and you will lose your scholarship. You will lose your scholarship." So she did. She dropped, she switched her major, and years went past, and I believe she lived in this town in Texas, a real small town, and they were filming a movie. And, real small town, so everybody, knew about it, and they went down and checked it out. And, she immediately went right to the writers, and they said, "Well, what do you want to come talk to us for, Why don't you go see the actors?" And she said, because I was going to school to be a writer. And they said, well, if you were going to school to be a writer, why aren't you a writer? And she told him, that this Harvard professor that was filling in, told her that she was not a writer and she could not be a writer. So she basically quit. And this guy said, oh, that's crazy. I mean, if you can write, I do this for a living. I can tell you if you can write. So, send me a script, or send me, a book or whatever, and I'll tell you if you can write. Well, she did, and guess what? She ended up writing the book Romancing the Stone that ended up becoming a movie, and another book that ended up becoming a movie that I cannot, something the Nile, I believe. But two very, very successful books and movies, guys. Think about that. She wasted, 30 years, I believe, of her life that she could have been writing. But because she listened to what this stupid professor told her, she wasted it, So do not ever give up on your dreams, guys, no matter what anybody tells you. And, here's the thing. If you really want online free, you want to live a life of freedom, you want to make money online like everybody else is doing, you need to click that link below. Either right here on YouTube, there'll be a link below, or if you're on my blog post, right below this video, there's going to be a link, guys. And you need, see, the key that is left out of the secret that I was going to tell you, the secret key that is left out of the secret is taking action. You can visualize and you can write down all your goals and intentions and aspirations, but until you take action, you're basically telling the universe, telling God, or whatever you want to call it, that yes, I want this, but I'm not taking the right actions to get it, so therefore I don't truly want it, or I don't believe that I can get it. Action is so important, guys, along with the other steps. You have to do those other steps to get the results and to properly use the law of attraction, but you have to take action. You have to take action, guys. So I hope you got some value out of this video. Watch, click, if you're on YouTube, click that link below, first of all, and enter your email address. Watch the video on the other side and take action. But also, check out my blog post. So I wrote some good stuff on there. Watch the movie on my blog post that is Beyond the Secret, and take out a notepad and take some notes, guys. So, Dave Bowen, signing off. Love you guys. And I hope, well, I shouldn't say I hope, I know that this information, if you implement it, will change your life. See you later, guys.